Good evening. It's another night of you don't have to be perfect. You just have to get started. And it's the most perfect web show there is. And tonight's guest, we have Sean Albert Henry, otherwise known as Hank Tate in the artistic world. But we're
The
talking
artistic
today
glasses
to
on.
the business genius side of Mr. Sean Albert Henry. Some people have gotten to see him more recently performing and showcasing some of the skills that he has developed over the last over 30 years on stage. But he also, during that time, has become a financial genius. So it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Sean Albert Henry. Sean, welcome to the show, boss.
Hey, welcome.
Yes, sir. So I wanted to really, I've been blessed to know you
Being interviewed.
over 30 years, but, you know, for the world, they don't understand, you know, some of the things that you've done. So before we really dive into some of the many ways that I know you can help entrepreneurs and actually really more established businesses, why don't you just tell them who you are, tell them what you do, and tell them why it's so, wavy today. I love the hat.
Well, yeah, we just got off a golf course where we just raised. Like I said, I took all my clothes off because I was unfortunately sweaty, and we just did a golf tournament for the local Deerfield is a local high school for their basketball, and we did like $10,000 worth of fundraising for them today with the golf tournament. And yeah, um, artistically, I've always been a rapper. I've always been. I learned to be a singer and a songwriter, but yeah, from the business standpoint, I went to Lehigh with Paz. So for the people for his show know, we all went to Lehigh University, and he is a political science major, and I was an economics major. So I went off and I worked at Merrill Lynch, and I've been also an investment advisor all these years in some capacity or a business advisor. And for the last 10 years, I've been running a business consultancy company. So I've worked with a lot of local businesses in the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, East Coast, and really worldwide. But yeah, so, but beyond all that is we're really committed to the arts, and we really care about building up creative um, businesses. So what I bring to the table is not only somebody that talks about it, somebody that actually does it, and that now that we got a little bit older now, we're helping other folks up under us get it done too. So like that's a cool thing that I think you do way better than anybody knows, as you Paz have been so instrumental about bringing along the generations under us and teaching and making sure that people know how to go about starting their businesses, how to go about getting funding, how to go about getting financing, how to go about running a business from your basement. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? To be with city council people today and the mayors and all these people, and but it's still in the basement. Like, this is my actual office. And I think the way that you're teaching the youth that you can be yourself, being black is okay. They need some of us too. You know what I mean? You need the salt, but you also needed the pepper to make the flavor right. And I'm glad that you're making this very accessible the Pepper babies.
Oh man, we're just doing our best to make sure that, all right, everyone has access to information, right? Uh, Someone said to me, and this is something that I take key: the two most important things in life are information and relationships. The information to be able to apply, and the relationships that's going to allow you to apply it, right? Because there you can know something and still can't do something if people don't let
Yeah.
you in. So I I've always paid attention. So I thank you for just the kind words that you said about what we try to do here for the youth. But
Mhm.
man, this is here for the business people,
Right.
because we want to dive in because there are people right now who are saying they're doing business, but there is something that Mr. Sean Albert Henry used to always say: "What are your results?"
Yeah.
What, so I
I've lived
mean,
by those words, and some days I've died by those words, but I did say those words.
so
It's
I love for you to dive deeper, and really you know tell us how you got there, how and how those words have actually affected you.
um, you know, um, black people. If you Google some shit, you're gonna hear there was a good article written where black people have way too many mentors and not enough funders. And I think you heard me, but I'm gonna say it again. Black people got way too many mentors and not enough funders. And I'm at a point now where your opinion is cool, but I'll hear it better if it come with a check. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
And we got the ideas, and we asking way too many questions about how to do what we do. And so results based for me is some days the results are bad. My results the last 18 months, my results have been terrible. I mean, yeah, you could compare it to somebody else and you'd be like, oh, you want that. But trust me, if uh, you got those people. If Oprah woke up today, she's a billionaire. She woke up today and she got $300,000. She might want to jump out the building. She really did bad. But it's being able to look at those results. And we have been friends for long enough where you've seen super high results from me. But then you've seen the fuck ups. And I think that that's what we don't share enough because the fails are how you got to fail forward fast. And the fuck ups is where you find out who you really are. Because it's not boxing until somebody punches back. You was just whooping a nigga's ass. But in the box, and when somebody punches back, that's when you got to use technique. And now the results basis, and I bring up, boxing and wrestling and things like that because you don't play those things. You compete. And the way that we compete in business, it's like we have to be honest sometimes. You have to be honest. I did $200,000 this year. Oh, I did the next year I did 180. That's down 20,000. Oh, I did 120 this year or 180 this year. Next year I did 270. And be honest. And like there's no BS. You got to have those numbers and you have to actually be honest about what you're doing. And that's what I was saying about being results based. We can have our own opinion, but we can't have our own facts. And, from our friendship to the way that we do business, one thing I can say to the people that are gathering with you on this is, you know, there's something to be said for a fact based relationship because it can endure. We can go back, me and you can go back on facts. Christmases that got paid for, fits that got bought, car notes that got paid. Oh, remember that one time we had the homie buy a whole bunch of lighters and you know what I mean? So that's what it's really about. Actually making it proof positive. Everybody can hype each other. It was a cool song, but it's a cooler song when we all got t-shirts, we all paid our cell phone bill, and we put some gas in our car from that song. And
I love
that's
it. I love that you said that. You know, you're as good. Jay Z said it best. I think one time. My crew is all circles, no squares. So, so there are people out here right now that have a whole bunch of different relationships.
yes, sir.
So, how do you think someone establishes a results based or facts based relationship? And how do they check to make sure that those are the types of relationships that they have?
Um, well, I think it starts with it's all mindset. It's all mindset. It's all mindset because you have to start with that. You have to start with that, and I mean to the infinite details. You know me. I literally had a whole fit on, but the result is it was 7 o'clock. Oh, what the hell? We've been running since 6 a.m. No, it's results based. I'm texting you, you're calling me. Oh, it could be Wi-Fi. You could have that problem, but what's the result? You have to actually source out people that care as much as you care. You have to source out those people and have a filter and actually be motivated to find those relationships because they're not normal. You're not being normal when you try to do a creative based business. And every business, especially for all entrepreneurs, is creative. You're seeing something that doesn't exist. You delusional motherfucker. They can't see it. They can't see it. You saw a food truck in that parking lot and you saw tacos 4 days out the week. They just saw a parking lot, B. And so to find the people that see, nah, calm $8,000 a week tacos are very different. So it starts with you because you have to vibrate. You have to be authentic in what you're doing so that you can find a path that so you can no, that's the wrong word. So you can attract. So you can attract a path. So you can attract uh Uncle Hank, Sean Albert Henry. You gotta be at the right vibration. And I've had to fix my vibrations. And your vibration be fucked up from addictions, from bad perceptions, from bad relations, from bad habits. And you can't even be on the right vibration to attract the right person that can hear that. And yeah, perception being what it is. Somebody, oh, go look on his Facebook. Where's Mr. Bowtie? Nah, you wasn't on the right vibration to catch them in a bucket hat and a t-shirt in the basement. You wasn't attracting that. You wasn't attracting the real conversation. That ain't shaboing boing with a fucking bow tie, nigga. No, this the real shit that real men, real Asiatic black brothers need to hear. Where was you attracting? Where was your chakras? Were you lined up? Are you living in heaven or hell? And I'm talking chakras. If you're the baser chakras, that's the hell. You living in the middle chakras, that's the earth. And then you living above chakras, that's heaven. But where you living? But nobody's having those conversations. And it starts with, like you said, how to have that relationship. It starts with you first. You get
I love.
your mind right, you get your vibrations right, and then you can attract what you deserve. Well, you're always going to attract what you deserve. But if you're not attracting the people and the relationships that you want, it's probably because you're not vibrating on the level that you need to be to get to where that you really want.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love that you're talking about vibrations. The two greatest vibrations that anyone can resonate on is laughter and love. So
Mm-hmm.
understanding how to, really fall in love with yourself. That was actually today's video. To set a standard to love yourself enough that you don't have to compete with anyone else, because no one can compete with you about being you.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, so that vibration. But I really want to dive into um just some of the many aspects of what you do at Obient,
Are you going
because
to me to actually do my job? Okay. So
you
we're
know,
doing financial consulting. So financial consulting stocks with risk management, stocks, bonds, asset management, wealth creation, trust management. You got to have good credit and all these things to make that happen. So that's financial consulting. And then the last 10 years been really focused on business consulting, which is sales, advertising, marketing, strategy, finance, all the things that it takes to really scale a business. And then we got good at scaling businesses, and we, like today, we've been even doing it for nonprofits, you know what I mean? Making money, because nonprofit does not mean not making money. It means not paying taxes.
I think you need to repeat that for them. Somebody needed to hear that,
If
right?
you didn't hurt me,
So
we doing money, we doing work with the nonprofits, because nonprofit does not mean not making money. It means not paying taxes for. So the tax exempt corporations, we're doing the endowments, we are actually doing the fundraisers, we're actually doing the grant writing that helps do a good thing in a good way that still can take care of yourself, and that's the win-win. Go look up how much a VP at the Way makes per year. And you might be like, you know what? I'll unite my own way.
yeah, I love it because there are many misconceptions on what an entrepreneur is, right? A business person doesn't always have to be a solopreneur, right?
No.
You know,
Um,
because
mm,
outside of your solopreneur stuff, you also employ people, right?
yeah.
So, there are
Well,
people's
let's talk about
livelihoods.
the employment. So one of my biggest business partners that you know about is Big Woody's in the Lehigh Valley. One of the major shareholders in Big Woody's is one of my best friends, Chad Marks. And Chad Marks, my rock, nickname Rock, he's always giving me shit. And he's always trying to slow me the fuck down. Not in a bad way, but in this way. He says this to me, Sean. He says, Sean, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And that has changed my life over the last 7 years. Because you know me back when I was pretty ridiculous as a human being. Like he's not waiting, he's not talking, he's not cool at all. That uncool, Uncle Hank, not cool at all. Like honestly, borderline offensive at all times. But that's cool. You want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, we go as a team. And team building is what gets what your last question was about. If you really want to get there, you've got to get the right people in play, and you've got to be a team, and we've got to go together. That team might be a good accountant, a good lawyer, a good financial advisor. Call me. Actually, I'm taking on clients. You get the right, you get the right people. A good advertising agent. You get a good PR person. You know what I'm saying? You get good management. And the one thing that I learned is you hire good people and you get the fuck out their way. Because, there's a lot of people that is going to watch this podcast that know me and hate my guts. They hate me. He's the worst boss ever. Because they knew their job and I didn't know how to get the fuck out their way once they was doing it right. Do you understand what I'm saying, Paz?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Like,
sir.
you got your job. You got it right. Okay, it's my job to give the system. But once you got the system, it's your job to take the system, finesse the system. Like, I'm a songwriter. It's your job to take the song, sing the song, and then go get the hell out the way. Yes, Dolly Parton wrote that song. She wrote the shit out that song. But she ain't sing that song like Whitney Houston. Get the hell out the way. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And that's what it takes when you're actually being enterprising. It's not just getting good people, putting in position, and then get the health out their way. You just back them. You back them creatives. You back them. You finance them. You give them the resources that they need. And if it's your kids, if it's your kids' friends, if it's your co-workers, if it's the homies, when you got that talent and you're in the position to be the boss, that's what bosses do. Bosses back other people and get the fuck out their way so we can win this game.
I love that you say that. One of the things that I always say, that the reasons most corporations that fail is because they don't understand that shit rolls uphill, right? Crap
It
rolls up.
rolls downhill.
No,
It
in the
actually rolls downhill.
right in the
And that's
corporation, right?
gravity.
If the employee doesn't know, it's because the manager didn't train them. The manager doesn't know, it's because senior executive didn't train them. If the senior
Yes,
executive
sir.
didn't know, it's because the CEO didn't train them. So
Yes, sir.
shit rolls up. It rolls uphill. We take full
No, it rolls
responsibility.
downhill. Like you said it twice wrong. Because gravity.
No,
Shit does not roll uphill. Shit goes
and,
downhill.
in
And that's
corporate
the reason
world,
that you want to be downstream of a lot of motherfuckers because they shitting on you. The
no,
bucket
but
has for a reason because it's coming down. You
yes,
know what I mean?
I totally, yeah. But when you're in the corporate world, you want your as the CEO, you want your CEO to be just like you said,
Mm,
responsible for the
No,
system, right, and able
now
to
you
get out
said
the way.
something different. Now let's clean it up. As a CEO, good ideas bubble up. Shit goes downhill. The shit goes downhill. The great ideas bubble up. Just think about fertilizer goes down and it fertilizes the soil. But the vegetables, the fruits, them grow up. You understand? Two different things. Shit goes downhill. Ideas bubble up. Shit down there go to fertilize. Ideas grow up in the vegetable and in the fruit. Come up. They grow up. And that's why you have to listen. That's why you gotta listen to the nigga in the parking lot doing carts for your little grocery store. You gotta listen to your fucking janitor fucking cleaning up your establishment. Cause them ideas come up. Shit go down. I come down, we gotta make this next quarter. I'm shitting on everybody down line. Get your shit together. But it's the ideas that grow up, and that's how we actually get it done. And that's the yin and the yang that a lot of people don't understand in business. Everybody is smarter than their boss. And of course you are, except for the part you're not smart enough to be the boss. And that's why you take a check and I take a chance. We're not the same. I'm dealing with the shit, but I'm fertilizing you great people. You're all in my orchard, and I want to see you bear fruit and grow that up. Make sense?
I love your reference. So yes, does make sense. You
And then
know,
let's make
I
it
was
make sense till it makes dollars. Let us make sense till it makes dollars. You heard?
yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir. So I love what you're talking about here, you know, because we're still talking about corporate responsibility, you know, and I think a lot of times where we get wrong is we forget to understand that our people are our people, right?
Yes.
No matter what we do, we need our people. You know,
Yes.
they add value, right? Their ideas mean something, right? And you said something very important. You know, you didn't just talk about your president. You talked about understanding the value of your cart boy, understanding the value of your janitor, right? Because every person has a part to play because they all are a part of your customer service. So I love that you talked about that. Would you like to dive a little deeper into how you treat your corporate structure, and how you see the people?
No, I mean I'm a black man. To get in the door, I was the janitor. To get in the door, I was the cart boy. The fuck we talking about? I read a lot of corny, not smart white people coffee and bagels at a lot of stock brokerages for a lot of months as an unpaid intern. I'm bringing you coffee. You idiot. You can't even count. But that's what we do. They talk about get your foot in the door, nigga. Get your whole ass in the door. And if I have to bring coffee, if I have to be the janitor, if I have to be at your grocery store and go get the carts, I'm not getting my foot in the door, nigga. I'm getting my whole ass in the door. And now, and I'm the type of nigga that when I get in the door, I'm gonna prop the door open for my homies because y'all gonna close at one time. We gonna be in here. We gonna be in here. America's first nightmare. We in here. We in here. We back. And we doing this. And right now, I think where the political climate is and what you seeing going on is we got our flag out. You go prop the door open for the next nigga. That's what it's about. Black man, black woman, brown man, brown woman, red man, red woman, yellow man, yellow. Hey, and our good whites. You get in that room. It's not just enough to get in the room. It's cool. You're buying shit from IKEA. That's cute. You got the Amazon. Prop the fucking door open for the next nigga. That's what time we on. And if I look back and you don't prop the door open, I'm gonna question why you in the room. Get them out of here. They might be a Clarence Thomas. Get them out of here. They might be an Uncle Ruckus. because you know how we got in here, and I didn't appreciate the fact that you didn't prop the door open. Ain't that what we talk about? We said that on the outside of the door. And if we ain't propping the door open, the only other thing we doing is fucking taking it off the hinges.
That's the way my mama taught me. She said, "You get in the door, you're supposed to rip it off the hinges."
So
So
that part.
it's you know
That,
that and that comes by being the example, right? So you said something that's important. You know, you can't be in the room and bring others in the room if you're not in the room doing what you need to do.
yes, sir.
You know, so because it's easy to extricate you from the room,
Yes.
right? Because you add no,
Every day I'm
you add,
fired. Every day I'm the
yeah,
first one. Every
yeah,
day. Oh, the numbers is off. We had a bad week. I'm the first one fired. Trust me.
yeah.
And
So
a lot of you local people that be saying a lot of local stuff, of course, we heard Hank got fired. Of course, I get fired every 3 weeks, and I'm the only reason your ass didn't get fired today. So it's just like, yeah, duh. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's the black tax. That's the black tax. And I paid it enough to have a black pension now. You know what I'm saying?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, but you've been able to accomplish some amazing things to be able to really open up doors for others. Both as an employer, right, and as a financial advisor for business owners.
Yes, sir.
Which are two different avenues in business, right? Because being an employer is one thing, because now you are totally responsible for someone's livelihood. Being advisor,
I give all that glory to God, and I give the praise to my friends. I talked to you about Chad. Chad Marks is the friend that taught me that part of the game. Woody Marks, Matt Marks, um, Richard. There's a couple great people in the Big Woody's organization that have taught me the game. I actually did not have employees, and I did not like employees. And I ran as a consultant. I only ran with I only had 1099 uh, contractors with me, and it wasn't until I worked with them that I learned how to have like punch a clock employees. You know what I mean?
yes,
And
sir.
and it, it, they're great people. And I'm not saying that for my own benefit. You go there, you have a great meal. You can go there and have a bad meal. But I'm talking about as great people that have done great things personally. I'm saying that they, you know, Chad and Chad especially and Woody Jr. taught me how to be an employer. And they have hired all races, multiple countries of people, and they taught me how to work with them, all races and multiple countries of people. So it was like it was a school that I hadn't been a part of, because my corporate life was all investments and shit. I was getting to the point where I was hiring AI to do a lot of work. You know what I mean? And I had been hiring what do you call them?
Virtual assistants.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Niggas from fucking the Philippines and shit. You know what I mean? So to get granular, and this person is right in front of you, and their grandma died, and you got to make a decision, left, right, or indifferent. But then sometimes their grandma died 5 times. How the fuck many grandmas y'all got? It's yo, it's yo. This your motherfucking fifth no call, no show. Ain't nobody got 5 grandmas. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you gotta be stiff on the other side. And I done got. I done gave 5 grandma grievance leaves and fucked up the payroll. And so, yeah, I've been taught by some great people, but the greatness is not, we pass it on as a God's gift. And God gifted me with that part because, yeah, I took what they taught me and I took it further, but I took it to what our people needed. You know what I'm saying? They did as much as they could do, from where their culture was dealing with our people. But then when I learned it for our people, then it was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Step up. Like, I do lean on, you know what I mean? There's some people we could talk to, friends we know that we could call that have worked for me, and they've been able to change their whole life. And is he fun to work with? No, actually trash. But that check will come, and you'll be paid better than the rest of them. But I learned, nigga, you ain't got 5 grandmas. Don't play with me. And that's how I come. And I can't, I gotta, yeah, the last dude tried it, so I'll be a little abrasive when we first start out. But once you get past that, as you know, hey, just don't try to play me on the 5 grandmas sick day shit. And you show up on time, we're gonna have a great run. And that's the thing that I've learned about dealing with other people is you this thing called the boss. The boss is the number one employee. The boss works for everybody else. The boss works for the janitor. And his and my job as boss is make sure the janitor got his broom and his mop and his cleaning supplies. And it's a lot of niggas know. I burnt my toes last year as the boss. So this cleaner works. Burnt my whole toes out to the bone. A lot of people saw me in Crocs, and you guys know it with that. The boss, yeah, he works for the dude in the parking lot, making sure he got his vest and he can got that strap that puts around the carts. The boss works for the roofer, make sure that he got his shingles. The boss works for the cook. I work for the customer. The boss is the number one motherfucking employee. The boss works for the accountant, making sure that he gets you your fucking paycheck every 2 weeks. And so, if you want to be a boss, you got to get it with me. For real. You want to boss up your life, you got to get it with me. You got to actually, you got to be a servant to lead. You want to be a good leader, you got to serve. You want to be you want to be the real boss, go serve your janitor. You want to be a real boss, go serve your cart boy. You want to be a real boss, go serve your motherfucking person in the kitchen. You want to be a real boss, go serve her and the motherfucking bartender. You want to be a real boss, go serve her fucking wiping down the countertop. You want to be the real boss, go serve him over there fucking polishing your shoes. Go and then you might have it, and then you might actually non-denominationally non-denominationally be living like Christ, because that's how you do it. It's a cross to bear. But if you bear that cross and you're willing to die for your people, they will call you their Messiah.
I love I love that you're talking about, really giving to the people. You know, one of the things that I've known from you is that you've gotten here also by being able to diversify your income and really making your money work for you. So I
That's BS. Is it diversifying or we have to because that shit failed? Cause that fucking hustle fucking ain't hustling like it was hustling. That math wasn't mathing like it was mathing. They stopped selling CDs. I was killing y'all niggas till y'all stopped selling CDs.
yeah, you're hilarious. But I love, I would love for you to talk to, to the people, especially because you talk about being a financial consultant,
Yes, sir.
about, you know, um, understanding why they should, when they should, or possibly how they should think about diversifying their income as money starts coming in. You know,
Um, well, uh, it's a word. What you said sounds good, but it's not also technically sound. Because diversifying your income as money comes in is one thing, but it's also making the income come in and then knowing why to diversify and then knowing what diversification is. Diversification is part of a risk management system. Risk management, when it comes to income, is knowing that you might not always be that nigga that day and you willing to put a couple dollars over here with that other brother just because he might be hot on the day you not. And when you start to understand that, that's a whole different part of Boston. So it's like me and you been friends for like 20, 30 years, right? There's been days where I've been up, and you come to me with an idea. I don't need to fuck with that idea at all. I'm up. But I put some money in it. Yeah, let's go do that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna name too many names because we've done a lot of different business and I don't want to do that. But there's been times where you've come to me with ideas. I put money in it. Some days that shit pans out and it pans out while I'm up and I'm still up. But there's days that I've been down. Days I've been down. And one of Paz's ideas that I 80% did not believe in. 90% thought he was talking shit. But thank God he kept my light bill low. Them, sometimes it's good to have some guns for hire when you run out of bullets. And I ain't gonna say too much, but I said enough. So yeah, it's definitely that. It's definitely diversifying is investing. Investing is putting some money aside for tomorrow, just in case you don't die today. And you do that with people, and you do that with situations. And if you do it well enough, it comes to a point where you have enough guns for hire that you don't have to shoot no more.
I love that analogy. You have enough guns for hire that you don't have to shoot no more. You know, and most
I'm
people
trying to
never
triple the time here, you nigga.
Yeah, yeah. I love it because most people never think that far. Sharon Lecter and wrote a book called Exit Strategy. You
Yes, sir.
know,
Good book. Very
you
good
know,
book. Very good book.
um, blessed to know her personally and 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 really know like that is something that most of us never think about. Is this the business that we're gonna do for the rest of our life? And if so, why so? And if not, what is our exit strategy?
Mhm.
How do we let it go so that we can do something else, not just let it
Why
fail?
would we let it go? See, this
Why
thing,
would we let it
I
go, and
think that
how
the
would
thing,
we?
I think it's why would it let it go? Like, um, I don't know if you're the people that are watching this show for you know that you're a very good rapper. You're a very good musician, and I watched you transition to a lot of stuff you're doing now. But I know that that's your soul. Like, Paz is a rapper to me to this day. I don't think it's letting shit go. I think it's evolving. And what I saw was evolving is the most beautiful form of evolving that I've seen is when you give up the ghost, you teach others. And that's the one thing that I've seen you do. And you are older than me. You're my big brother in some ways, a lot of ways, but mainly in that way about I've seen you give up the ghost and teach others and be about sharing. And that is the answer to that last question. It's about sharing, it's about giving. God gives us life, that's his gift to us. What we shine on and we do for the other humans on earth and the other beings on earth, that's our gift back and acknowledging. And that sharing part, it's helped me. And that's the answer to your last question. It's about sharing.
I love it. You know what I mean? Because you know God gives us life, and that gift that we give back is so amazing. Yeah. So um, I don't think I ever gave up rapping. I'm still nice. I'm still better than your
No,
favorite
that's what I'm trying to say. You're not better than me. I mean,
I
you're
just
better than
don't.
a lot of
I
people.
you know I
You're a wonderfully talented artist. You're just not better than me. Um,
uh,
you're exceptional. You are exceptional. You are exceptionally talented. You're just not better than me. But we share, and I'm still. Hey, I was sharing with somebody how y'all fucking cut my mic off when we was fucking flaming y'all. Stupid genius. I'm fucking put a fucking pin
yeah.
on this.
Uh,
Yeah, and Khalil, we remember. The North remembers. That's what all you East Coast, you Southern niggas. The North remembers when y'all cut our mic off. But no, but even all that, like people don't understand. For outside people, that's what they call beef, like those situations. But for inside of our culture, it was sharing and the one-upsmanship, and that's what I want to see these kids get back to. Because I'd be, with my sons of age and all this, it's like I want to see the culture get back to healthy competition, inter squad scrimmage. Yes, I want to be flyer than you. I want to be better than you, but only in the way that it makes us better than we were before. It's not better than another person. It's better than the person we were before. And that's what our era was about. And like we took that to business and we got old and we, cousins of CEOs and cousins is, what I mean, corporate, and they got all these 401ks and all these bonuses and ski trips, and kids is going and doing, they studying abroad in Italy. Fuck all that, nigga. What was it about? Where do we start? Where do we start?
Started in the mud.
You know what I mean? And we got it. And when we say the mud, the dirt, all that, to me that's soil. That means this is all we are organic. Y'all GMOs over there. Y'all not like us. Y'all hydroponic. Y'all not like us. We got it from the mud. We got it from the dirt. We all organic over here, and it's okay. And it takes a little longer. It takes a little longer. You go look at those steroid ass chickens that they bring to fucking market in 6 weeks. What the fuck? You know that's not good for you. Yeah, it takes a little longer to make this organic, free range, all natural thing that we are. But it's okay because, you know, darkness, let that endure. But what they say, that joy,
Always
it
comes
cometh in the
in.
morning. And it's okay, however long that night takes. It's okay because we know joy comes in the morning, and we're willing to wait and have the patience of Job. Now, I'm not trying. I know this ain't a spiritual, biblical a format. I know it's a business format, but you can't really do the level of business that we've acquired if you don't have some faith.
Amen.
Because I am totally delusional. I am completely an insane person until I do that thing. Today we had a golf tournament. I was totally delusional. I'm making a graphic design, making a website. I'm putting out. I want to. Oh, we got to raise $2,500. Completely delusional. Well, last year we didn't make $2,000. We didn't make $1,000. How dare you put that on display on a website you built, and then we knock it out the park, and we make $7,000, $9,000, because you got to have that faith, and it might just be mustard seed small, but it takes that to do this. You got to believe in yourself. You got to do push-ups. Yes, you're fat, you're overweight, you got a big back, but you still got to do push-ups and believe that you're going to look as strong and be as strong as you want. Yeah, you got to you got to save your money, and you got to eat different, but you got to believe that that's going to get you that house that you want and that credit score you want. But it takes that bit of faith, and nobody wants to do. Salads suck. We all want to eat fries. But if you believe in yourself enough to eat salads a couple days, you will be healthier. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Um, It makes tons of sense. And I love what you're saying here. It makes tons of sense. Like I said, and I love what you're saying. Time went by quicker than you think. We're coming close to the end of our
Yes,
hour,
sir.
and I'd
Yes,
love
sir.
for you to tell them, how they may be able to contact you. I heard you say you're taking on clients right now. So if someone wanted to work with you, you know, how would they find you? How would they work with you? What are you taking clients on right now from your businesses?
Um, Shit. Terrible question. Because it's a very bad one that
Just
I'm not
froze
going to
on
answer
us.
right now because we're but no. But we got 5 minutes, so I'll be very clean. Um, if we're trying to build at this point in my life, I just buried one of
You
my
don't have to
favorite
be
human beings. My
perfect. You just to get started. He froze for a moment, so we
Are
know
we
he'll
frozen?
be back.
What? Were we good?
You know, but
Pass. We good?
while we're waiting for him to unfreeze, Mr. Sean Henry, CEO of Obion, I know he does financial strategy and financial taking on. He is also once he unfreezes. Walk about. There you go. You finally unfroze. There you go. and then you froze again. All right. Well, tomorrow on Emil. There you go. I don't know why it keeps freezing, but tomorrow we have on Miss Amelia Moore. Amelia is, and there we go. Mr. Henry is back. So
Can you
there
see
you
me
go.
now?
Yes, sir. You're unfrozen. Thank you. So
All right. Well, we're
please tell
over
them
time now
what you're
because of the
taking clients. It's all
you
good.
frozen again.
Well, we want to tell them where they can find you. What you're taking clients on for right now.
Right now, I'm just really focused. Right now, I'm focused on two things: catering, Big Woody's catering, Obient events. I'm doing a lot of catering events. That's one thing I want to build up. Working with local artists, working with local chefs and stuff to do events that fundraise, but also raise for the business. Me personally, the thing that I'm focused on right now is um, going back to my mainstay, which is being a financial advisor, prima facie. And so I'm affiliated with Prudential now. So I'm really focused on financial advising and wealth management because I'm getting older. So I just want to do that for myself and get my estate together. And that's what I want to do for my family. So, and a lot of the business consulting, I'm going to fold into that thing there. So really just really focused on financial and business consulting, and then also doing the catering thing. How to get a hold of me. You know what? The best way to get a hold of me is to actually just call me. So because it's past, my actual number is 646 That's my cell phone. 646-330-0102. I don't put up my website. I don't do a lot of shit on social media because I have so many sometimes fiduciary non-competes and stuff like that with my clients that I don't advertise myself. But friends of past, y'all can call me direct and let's go get this. Like I said, prima facie, management. If you're really concerned about increasing your own personal wealth or multi-generational wealth because you have kids or you have a family, that's my number one thing. And I am focusing my business on being the entrepreneur's financial consultant, and that's really what I'm focused on right now for that. Probably the next 36 months is going to be, that's all I really care about. you know and then also I'm a dope ass rapper, so if you see me on TikTok, do the dance I put out. But other than that,
That's
but
that's
other than
amazing.
that, no. That's my personal number, 646-330-0102. You can send me a text message on all social media. When it comes to art, I'm Uncool Hank. So that's UNCOOL Hank, Uncool Hank. And then I don't put a lot of my corporate stuff out because of, like I said, a lot of the deals that I have with my business partners. But I am Sean Albert Henry, and I gave you my personal phone number, cell number. So the people out there, don't spam me, don't be ridiculous. But if we're talking real business, text me and put in the text message that Paz, or you saw the show, and yeah, let's go get it.
All right. So there you got it. There you have it. This has been another episode, and you've seen it because we had some freezing. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to get started. You have to get started the only way to accomplish your dreams. So we want to thank Mr. Sean Henry, Uncle Hank. And before we leave, we got to do it the way we do it every time. Saying our personal manifesto. So we're going to ask Mr. Henry to repeat after us as we
Yes,
do
sir.
it by ourselves. And our personal manifesto goes like this: I love me. I'm worthy. Some people may not like me, but I don't care. But the people that matter will be glad that I'm here. So I'm going to ask you to repeat it after me, Mr. Henry, because that's what we've been doing all week together. Ready? I
I
love
love
me.
me. I love
I'm
me.
worthy.
I'm worthy.
I'm worthy. Some
I'm
people
worthy.
may not like me,
Some people may not like me,
but I don't care,
but I don't care.
because the people that matter
Because the people that matter
will be glad that I'm here.
will be glad that I'm here.
And we
And
were
I'm glad
glad to
that you're
have
here.
you, Sean Henry. We are glad to have you, Hank Tate. And this was been another episode of You Don't Have to Be Perfect. You just have to get started. If you like these episodes, please like, share, and subscribe. And make sure that you tell a friend to tell a friend. Peace.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. God bless y'all. Good night.